How long will you hold on to your sealed booster boxes? How long will you hold on to your graded slabs or the raw cards that are in your binder? Will you hold on if they 2x, 3x? What if they 10x? In 2019, I rediscovered Pokemon by a little set called Hidden Fates. And I was addicted right away. It was Pokemon like I had never seen before with the full art shinies I was used to from when I was a kid, base set in Fossil Jungle, and even in 2012 when I got back in for a short time, just regular EX cards. And the full art shinies changed the game for me. And I decided, you know what? The Sun and Moon era is amazing, and it is the best era in Pokemon. And I want to collect a sealed booster box from every set in Sun and Moon. And I did it. And it was very easy in 2019. I actually finished it in 2020. And I remember going back and forth with the guy who owned this Celestial Storm box. And he wanted 170 and I wanted to pay 160. And I don't even remember what I ended up paying, but it's incredible now to think that if we were going back and forth over $10 for a Celestial Storm box, when now it's worth thousands of dollars. So after I completed my Sun and Moon sealed booster box collection, I'm like, well, it's gonna be easy, Sword and Shield. I just collect one of every booster box, and that's what I started to do. But then something happened because there was nothing else to collect after Rebel Clash and Darkness Ablaze came out. So I'm like, well, let me go back another era. Let me go to the XY era and see how many booster boxes I can get from the XY area. And I got Roaring Skies, and I got Primal Clash and Ancient Origins, and I paid like $200 for Ancient Origins. I'm like, this is crazy. This is so much. I think it maybe $250, and then I had to stop because I couldn't afford a Phantom Forces or a Flash Fire box, and that was okay. I had the sets that I wanted. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna move forward, and I collected every single sealed box from the Sword and Shield era, and then into the Scarlet and Violet era. I continued to collect at least one booster box of every single set, and it was a collection that I was so proud of. I had 3 complete eras plus about half of the X and Y era, and then I had some duplicates of sets that I really liked, like Chilling Reign and some others. And then last summer, something happened. We boomed like we've never boomed before in the Pokemon hobby, and things went up. As a lot of you know, 2x, 3x, 10x, and the boom that happened in 2021, I was full on collector. I really wasn't even paying attention to like all the outside noise because I was just getting as much product as I can to open and to keep a sealed collection. And my one booster box of every single set was it was a goal that I had to keep doing forever. I wanted to get a sealed booster box of as many sets as I could, and nothing was going to stop me from that. And then last summer, Team Up hit $5,000 a box. And then it hit $6,000 a box. And then 7, and then 8, and then 9, and then Team Up booster boxes touched $10,000 a box in the middle of last summer. And I had to sit down and really do some thinking. And, I have a family. I have a wife and a 2-year-old daughter. And I have a mortgage. And I have, bills and everything. And I decided to sell my Team Up booster box for $9,000. And I never thought that I would break up my sealed collection of one of every booster box, but the market forced my hand. And when the market values something much more than you do, it is okay to sell. It is, you're not a bad collector, right? Like, no one is going to shame you for selling something to somebody who is also a collector, right? The guy who bought it was so happy. He already had a Cosmic and a Unified Minds and an Unbroken Bonds booster box. So then he completed the set, and it's funny because it left me with those three then, right? And what's funny is after I sold that team up box, it made me much more willing to refine my collection, because uh, then I'm like, well, I already sold one box from Sun and Moon now. Well, I'm not a huge fan of base set, so let me just sell base set and move that $600 into something that I do like, right? So from the collector side, I think we get so caught up in what we think we should have. And a team up box, that's like a grail, like a modern grail, right? Because they printed so little of it. And why would you ever sell that if you're a true collector? Because when life changing, and I mean, $9,000 is a lot of money, right? I don't know if I would have considered it life changing, but it definitely, it was a nice, for the time of my life that I was in. It was really nice to have those, that financial injection into my life. And it allowed me to get some cool Pokemon things. It allowed me to pay off some different things and buy some things for the house. And there's nothing wrong with that. When something in your collection appreciates to that extent, it's okay to become, what am I trying to say? It's okay to better your financial situation in your life. And the same thing kind of goes if you're strictly buying Pokemon cards to invest in as well, right? Like, everyone wants to only sell at the top. It's like, it's gone to 9,000. It could go to 12,000. It could go to 15,000. It's like, yeah, it could, or it could have a huge correction back to 6,000, which actually Team Up did. After I sold my box, it actually did go down to about 65 or $7,000, and now I think it's back up to around 10,000 again. But nobody ever went broke taking profits, right? If you're interacting with Pokemon just for the financial side of it, be smart about the crazy gains that could potentially happen this year, because this year is going to be another year like 2021, like last year. Things are going to, and it could be things that you don't expect, right? It could be something that you never thought you would ever sell, but you paid $200 for it, and now it's worth 1,500 or 2,000, and that money can do so much more for you, whether you're trying to run a Pokemon business, whether you're just a Pokemon investor, or whether you're a collector. So I think it's important to kind of like almost curate your collection and your investments in Pokemon, and know what's what, and be ready to pull the trigger when a box or a card just blows past what you ever thought it would be. It is absolutely okay to move out of that item and put it into something else. I never thought that I would sell that team up box. I really didn't. When it was like 5,000-6,000, I didn't even think about it. I was like, wow, this is great, because it was slow and steady at that point, and Cosmic and Unified Minds, especially Cosmic, wasn't that far behind it. And then it just went crazy, and I just said, like, I can't not sell this box right now. And who knows, maybe one day I'll buy a team up box again, but I doubt it. I started selling other little things. I sold off like Steam Siege then, and I sold off Crimson Invasion, some of the lesser Sets that I didn't really care about. I didn't sell Guardians Rising. I actually really like Guardians Rising. But some of the lesser sets from the Sun and Moon and X and Y era, I did sell off then. I haven't sold any of my Sword and Shield yet. I still have at least one sealed box of every Sword and Shield set, because if you watched yesterday's video, I really like Sword and Shield. So, but anyway, guys, just yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think that you'll sell something this year? What's your threshold? Is it 2x, 3x, 4x? Let me know in the comments down below. And for Krabby's collection pick of the day, we are going with a Stellar Crown PC ETB. I have a PC ETB video in the works. I got to try to not make it so long because I have a lot to say about PC ETBs. Spoiler alert, I am a huge fan. So I really like I actually like the Terapagos art a lot. And this box I think it's darker than the regular one. The colors are just awesome. So kind of an underrated set, Stellar Crown. Great Bulbasaur, great Squirtle. But thanks for hanging around. I appreciate all of you who watch the videos, and we will catch you in the next one.